Brought to you by...
Most of the time, when you sit down to watch a creature feature, you don't expect much. You are searching for a cool-looking monster, some good gore effects, creative kills, and at least a halfway decent experience. But it's always surprising when the filmmakers go the extra mile, and also attempt to deliver a story that is a little more heartfelt, and tackles themes greater than the sum of its mystery. Hello friends, and welcome back to ETF. For small-town bar owner Hank, his 10-year relationship with Abby has been of storybook quality. Abby, however, wants more. Marriage, to be exact, which Hank doesn't seem ready to initiate anytime soon. As a result, she leaves him without so much of a note or any subsequent communication. Hank is crushed. Even worse, Abby's departure seemingly triggers the arrival of an unseen monster that claws at Hank's front door at night. As the nocturnal threat intensifies, Hank must figure out how to not only save his relationship, but also himself. We're introduced to this film by the romance that exists between this young couple, allowing us a few moments' time to envelop ourselves in their passion for one another, before we are thrust forward in time when something unthinkable is happening. This one is told through a broken timeline, building out its past to explain what leads our protagonist to his tormented present. I love the way that Jeremy Gardner writes his characters. Each time they are played, usually at least partially by his own hand, as real, comfortable, and casual. To me, it seems that he takes the time to work with his co-stars to develop a casual comfort so that he can better capture an authentic feeling to their relationships. I don't know if it's his wily demeanor or no bullshit attitude, but Gardner's performances are always so interesting to watch. His characters are crazy enough to find enjoyable, funny enough to give you at least a snicker, and emotional enough to make you feel for him. He portrays an everyman, easy to relate to and connect with. Early on, he begins exploring the environment of the film. In this case, a sprawling old house, through wide, open framing and lingering static takes. You almost get the feeling from his choice to shoot the film with wide cinematography that he could have easily done this film on a very minimal budget, and shot much of it himself while acting alone in this big old house, just setting up the frame and hitting record. I doubt this was the case, but it's possible. The film's dull, drained color palette explores the hollow emptiness of our protagonist. Lost and alone, left behind by the woman he loved the most in the world, stuck in the pain of her absence. The film presents a dreamy visual divide between the past and present. The past is flooded with a warmth and a beautiful soft glow that Hank once had in his life with his girlfriend, while the present is cold, dark, and devoid of that happiness. Gardner shows a lot of restraint here, holding back from revealing the monster to us in any detail, even allowing us to wonder if it's even real. We avoid seeing the monster for a majority of its runtime, utilizing the camera angles and sound design, combined with the motion of doors, cars, and other decor, to emphasize its presence. These elements help build a mystique to the creature, and also build to the very few moments we do get to see it. This is a monster movie that dares to try to be more than your average creature feature. It explores its story through a broken narrative and delves into deeper pain, trauma, and heartbreak than most others will ever do. The main point of this film explores the breakdown of a relationship over time. It's the major strain between our two central characters and the inciting incident, whether coincidental or not, for the arrival of the threat against them. That all comes to a head when Hank finally admits that he was wrong for trying to hold Abby back and tie her down to this place. The climax of the film takes a bit of a sharp fucking turn as the monster comes out of fucking nowhere in the middle of a dinner party and attacks Frank, and he winds up stabbing the thing to fucking death with a pair of deer antlers in a brutally violent scene. I also was not expecting to see Abby return a little over halfway through the movie. I was kind of expecting a bit of a different outcome here, but I'm still giving After Midnight a B-. I definitely can't say that I think this will be a film for everyone. For me, it worked pretty well. It focuses less on the monster movie elements and more on the relationship of our characters, which is quite a different choice, and I applaud Gardner for making it. The real monster is just these unsolved issues between them. I found it to be an interesting and honestly funny way to approach this type of topic. I'd definitely check this out if you can.